I grew up in a Baptist church. I grew up in we weren't just nominal Baptist. We were very, very active, okay? So my mother had us in Sunday school. We were in training union. We were in the choir. We were in every organization, in every function, everything. And I grew up knowing the Bible. Okay, first off, the temple does not use the water from the Gihon spring. I worked with a lady back years ago. She was the leading authority on the water sources of Jerusalem at the time. She, in fact, surveyed the Gihon spring. She was adamant the Gihon spring does not supply water to the Temple Mount. It is independent. It's not possible. I mean, absolutely impossible. And before I go into that, I mean, in conversations with Eilat Mazar, Eli Shukron, the Dan Bahat, the leading archaeologists, every one of them say it's impossible.
Again, the temple on Temple Mount, period.
So, the entire city of David, it is a ridge of the slope of Mount Moriah, the lower slopes of Mount Moriah. It is the top of that ridge is only 14 acres. The Temple Mount is 35 acres. When Solomon first began to build it, it was a ridge. And what he did was he built platforms and he broadened the area to make an area large enough for the temple, because the temple requires a huge amount of space. We have, I know that those that are putting forth the theory that it's down at the city of David, they say, oh, well, the Temple Mount was really the Fortress Antonia. And they say there was a legion there. Actually, the word in Greek is identified as a cohort. A cohort is about 600 men at max, whereas a legion is 6,000. So you have to deny math. You have that the size of the Temple Mount, before the Hasmoneans expanded it to the south, and Herod expanded it further to the south and to the west and to the north. The size of the cubit was 500 cubits by 500 cubits. That's 861 feet on each side. Guess what? You don't have 861 feet going across the top of the city of David. So what you're saying is to do what they are claiming mathematically is impossible. You have to deny all the information about the temple. You have to deny everything we have in the Bible, everything that we have in the Jewish writings of the Mishnah, in the Talmud, everything that we have there, everything that we have in Josephus, because Josephus, if you follow out what he's saying, he's describing a gigantic, an enormous temple, not a little box. A lot of people follow this theory that it was down at the city of David, but it does not hold water, will not work. You know, if you talk to the archaeologists, basically, most of them will just laugh because it's such a ridiculous idea. And if you go and you look, it'll never work. It'll never work. And people need to know, you support that. Number one, you're supporting a lie. You're supporting a distortion. And it's doing harm not only to the Jewish people, it's doing harm to the kingdom of God.
Again, the temple on Temple Mount, period.